Yeah, hi. My name is Brennan Moriarty, and I'm working on this sociology thing, and so I just want to read off some stuff here. And so here we go. It's about A.N.N.Y.T, normative youth transplant. Okay, when I was a kid growing up in California or West America, I realized that because I am true left-handed, and also because I am noticeably non-ethnic, these notes are really confusing. That basically, not that I'm non-ethnic, but which I'm all European. Uh, that basically I wasn't gonna win in anything. I wasn't. You know, I wasn't finding love. I wasn't finding honesty in society. That I was like this. Uh, the word scapegoat is kind of heavy, but if you thought that Jesus was coming and that it was going to be in Israel or something like Israel, that would probably be California, because California is basically that place. Okay, that like. So okay, so better lighting. So anyways, I this is something that I realized, and when I was growing up, I went to a couple private schools in sixth through seventh, and then seventh and eighth. And in both of these schools, the teachers, and these were like dying schools, if you will. The teachers counted the number of left-handed kids, and they're just like, oh my God, there's like almost half of the kids. It was like 30% or something like that, which is really high if you think about it. And normal kids, and we were all, good, really good schools. One of them was an Episcopalian thing, and the other one was Catholic. But religion died around 1980 in schools, so there was no religion going on there. And so yeah, so I basically, and then I saw, you look on the news and you see Kurt Cobain, and that was just like a dead ringer. And not that Jimi Hendrix wasn't a dead ringer as well. It was very, very clear there that people who are obviously noticeably left-handed, noticeably alien from the Atlantic seaboard, basically, that they're just out of their territory, out of the normative geographic picture. And so I'm not sure. I was gonna read this whole thing. I might as well. Okay, so when I was a kid and youth, I realized that because I grew up in West America, first generation, and because I am true left-hander, as well as a number of other contextual and quantified factors, that therefore self-esteem and personal and social responsibility or conditional love and dignity would not go my way unless I could escape from West America and live for some time, not just visit, somewhere the cultural normative values were more like what my parents and ancestors had experienced, socialization via a normative political environment or geography. I felt like all my virtues were essentially reversed. My integrity, wealth, trust, intelligence, charm, good looks, integrity, virtue, money, physical, intellect, socioeconomic, all seemed to just hold me down. I was rarely happy, but often stoned or helping my drug addict childhood friends, the ones I could keep or entertain, to do bad, just underage stuff that, like no one's looking, grab that, and drugs. And this was just, so here we go. Cars, coke, money, blah, blah, blah. I just couldn't get laid or make proper eye contact with girls no matter how willing they were. Again, everything was reversed, and I was like a loose cannon or desperado. As everything was reversed or backwards, people would easily assume that I had no money or importance, or believe me if I said I was from East America, where I grew up there, or would easily dismiss, ignore, or shrug off me telling them that I grew up in California, unless if they were or are making fun / shame of me. That is, there is disbelief that someone would grow up in West America yet have no dignity or family history or ethnic background to fall back on. The apple doesn't fall far from the immigrant ship. More specifically, you have money or even remote integrity, you will travel and live where you may or want/need to. This is history and geopolitical reality, and the cultural normative is a subjective reality rather than kiss the noticeable white alien, pro-British or English or European sort of aliens. E.T. phone home. That's it. And if one is gay, that's just dandy. Okay, that's, you know, I won't even look at the camera when I say that, because that's about how distant I am. It's like, you know, if I looked, I'd have to kill you. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna read some poems. Here's some poems that I call this one Burly. Fragile with pride, take a toss. Providence calls your nemesis away. Politics calls for a judgment play. Fast forward, pause, and stop. Stick a fork in its butt. Flip over the tape. In my country there can be no hate. Destiny wanders for a stellar fate. Rhymes are crimes and it's getting late. I take that back, the morning's early. Now I can be gone before hell gets surly. I'll head north where the mines are burly and find your love before it's too late. Okay, that's burly, dude. Okay, so this one I call Never Left. Gun Never Left, you know, with the G. Like fog through the fir tree, rain through the redwood, soil that blooms so green, sound that lasts forever. June may hurt me, July was like a desert, but August and then February, the pleasure was more clever. For a cabin in the Northwoods, my heart I will surrender, then return on a slow train the West Coast for never. That's great, huh? Yeah! And this is one I was writing, and I'm going to try and do a better tone, because it's not a rap song. 511 or cancer. I've got the 511 on the Democratic cancer. Just get me out of here. That's the only damn answer. Before I blow up the dam and give everybody cancer, just get me out of here while I'm young and handsome. Left out like Montezuma, tied up like Charles Manson. There's a weakness here. 511 is the answer. Bring in the transplant trash. Pin down the fight or flight cancer. Over the highest mountain, the right-left wing disaster. Well, you can talk like New York, but it's a California anger. They held me down back here. Now I'm a real danger. 511 or cancer. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Here's one I like. Song She Can't Go, I guess I called that. Crazy. Well, I'm going to Chicago. I'm going there someday. California bit me. That's all that I should say. The British Isles are balmy and winter's A-OK. Well, I'm going to Chicago. Summertime my way. So you kind of verge into like there's this big paradigm where basically there's this karate chop machine. You know, no, it's a funnel of life basically. And there's geography and there's genetics. Genetics, I don't go there. No. No, I prefer to have like those prisons that no one wants to go to, because those are easier to deny. You know, where you have. So anyways, it's just science that you know, we don't eat dirt, and we don't go to the moon to live. You know, we don't people don't just run away. They have you know, we make sure that that cultures are not just this go for broke sort of throw everything out there. Yeah, I hope you like the shirt. Gotta wear it. It's freezing out here in California. It's not freezing. It's just as you can see, I'm living in a metal shack here. It was free in Big Sur. I just picked it up. I drove down to Cayucos, whatever. I got or whatever town is. It was in Gordon, and I got this trailer, and when I'm in here, my head starts getting hot, and then my heart starts hurting. So I'm like, what is this junk that I just found in Big Sur, and why am I like living in it now? So okay, so I hope this one gets on to YouTube, and I hope the one A.N.N.Y.T, normative youth transplant. I hope that sort of comes across as the solution to poverty. It's basically you have to have an exchange system. You have to, like, you know, where people who are basically people who pass a test. Okay, a lot of people don't want to take a test, and they don't have to take a test because they can't take a test. Okay, that's just fine. That's dandy. But people who are like, you know, beam me up, you know, those people, you can find them pretty darn easily. You can just numerous, you know, not just education, maybe your law and your psychiatry, sort of, you know, youth go through these things, especially when they're in trouble, when they're unhappy, if you can pass a test and sort of like say your closest ancestry was in Mexico, or you know, geoethnic ancestry, normativity. That's where, you know, and you're unhappy in wherever you are. That would be the solution, is to sort of, but it's on the big picture, on the macroscopic. So the microscopic, you're looking for you know, pathology in societies as a sociology thing. But the macroscopic thing is to like, whoa, you know, I see the whole room, you know. You know, instead of like looking at one little thing, you just woke up, you know, you're like chipper. Instead it's like late, and you're like, you just can't figure, you know, where the hell am I? And it's like, boom, you see the whole, you know, and it's like, it's, yeah, I imagine if anyone has ever been to hell, they would understand that the messenger is going to be a little deranged. Okay, so I've got a problem with my neck. I'm going to have to fuse that. It's like, I feel like, what the devil's there? It happened at a chiropractor. Happened after traveling north in the summer and or south in the winter, and it's happened twice. Both times really great places. The first time was Europe with my parents, and then I came back, and like I said, oh yeah, this thing in my, you know, this thing was sticking out. I pushed it, and like I feel like I got a hole right in the opposite of my back there. That were just stupid stuff. And then the other time I went to Australia. It was an endless summer, absolute endless summer. Like the sun was like, I felt tired, and why I was there is, you know, it was nice culture, but you know, it was right when Al Gore was losing his election, so I kind of like abandoned ship or something like that. Like the scapegoat, the puppet. You know, people can say, oh, that kid, he'll do anything. You know, doesn't understand the West American sort of geographic conspiracy. California, thanks.